Heavy problem in the land. Heavy problem. Shegumi, the enemy of Biafra and the enemy of Maznam Khan, is in panic. All of them now, they have now start crying because of Israel. They are saying that the TINUBU government is collaborating with the Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu so that he can eliminate the top leaders of Islams in Nigeria. So at this juncture, in fact, they are crying. They are crying so heavily because what they think, what they are planning for, is not what they later see, and that is their cry. And this issue of they don't want Tinubu, all those things is part of it. How come Netanyahu is now planning to destroy the Islamic leaders in Nigeria? So the Shegumi is crying so much. Well, my people, I would like you to watch this video where these our activists explain everything concerning Shegumi and Israel president, Israel prime minister right now, what they are crying for, and the issue between Tinubu and the government. In fact, the North is in panic. The North is in panic. I would like you to watch the video to the end. Don't skip any part for you to understand everything that is going on in this video. Don't skip any part. As you are watching, try to like, subscribe, and share the video to go around the world for everyone to see the thing that is happening in Nigeria, how the Nigerian government and everything is going.
Sheikh GUMI and co are lamenting that Israel wants to kill top Muslim leaders in Nigeria. I repeat, Sheikh GUMI, the terrorist sympathizer, and co, they are lamenting that Israel wants to kill top Muslim leaders in Nigeria. And I am asking myself this question: how does this connect? Israel coming to Nigeria just to kill top Muslim leaders? That means there's something fishy. Why would Israel leave their country just to come into Nigeria to target Muslim leaders? There is something that we don't know. We understand that Nigeria has a military cooperation with Israel. Look at this. The Nigerian Ministry of Defense is actively working with Israel to strengthen military cooperation. This includes enhancing defense ties, exploring joint operations, knowledge exchange, and modernizing defense cooperation. I repeat, enhancing defense ties, exploring joint operations, knowledge exchange, and modernizing defense cooperation. A new bilateral defense agreement is also being explored to foster technical collaboration in the defense industry development. That is Nigeria and Israel. We know how Israel is technically good when it comes to military equipment. And the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu had to form a military cooperation with Israel. This has angered northern Nigeria. This is something that northern Nigeria is standing up against. That is why, for the past few weeks, they have arrested 2 top terrorist leaders. They have arrested 2. Even the Bello Turji is calling on the government, I want to surrender. Nigeria is slowly making progress in arresting these top guys. Now, the same thing they did under Jonathan, they want to do under Tinubu. Jonathan brought in Ihejirika to tackle insecurity. And after a lot of things done by Ihejirika, the North, the politicians, all of them, they were complaining. He's clean us. Why is it that it is now that GUMI, who is the father to these guys, is now lamenting? Since Tinubu came into power, he has said nothing. Under Buhari, he was just saying different things up and down. Let us dialogue with them. Let us do this with them. He was speaking for the bandits. But now, because there is something going on, they are flushing out some of these guys. They are hitting them at their weak point. Now they have come out to lament, the way they lament during Jonathan. Somebody said that Tinubu is not Jonathan. They can lament all they can. But you see, North should be brought to his needs. I've told you, anyway you see me, where you see that they are defeating Fulani, now there I stand. Anyway you see restructuring, I stand with you, my brother. See what TINUBU is doing, man, he's hitting northern Nigeria to the core. I saw the news from the NSA, Ribadu. He talked about Nigeria capturing these two guys. I was expecting the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to take that speech. And he will have brought international bodies to be part of the media that will be part of that press release. I was expecting Bola Ahmed Tinubu to take that speech because it is a major blow on these northern elements that have been terrorizing Nigeria for many years. Northern Nigeria believes that with banditry, they can be able to have a level playing ground of their control. They are using insecurity to control Nigeria. How they bully Jonathan, they were happy, like this is working. All of a sudden, Buhari is threatening Jonathan. El-Rufai is threatening Jonathan. Baboons and monkeys will be soaked in blood. They brought in people to destabilize the government of Jonathan. At the end of the day, they succeeded in what they did with international cooperation. That is why I said Tinubu would have, given that report, broken the news, with the international news agencies coming together to witness what he has done through his government by capturing two major leaders connected to Al-Qaeda and other ISWAP terrorist organizations. Now, GUMI at this point in time is lamenting. Under Buhari, they refused to explore the military tie with Israel. Instead, I saw one Pakistani man. They were having this conversation. Whenever Israel is having issues with Gaza or Israel is having issues in the Middle East, Northern Nigeria, they are always supporting either Hamas, Palestine, Iran, Hezbollah, and what have you, this terrorist organization. So I'm not surprised that GUMI at this point in time is coming out to lament, to cry that, man, we are being attacked. I hope every day we keep hearing a lot of things that shock us to the bones and marrow. There are some things I cannot say here. I'm telling you, every day we keep hearing a lot of things that shock us to the bone and marrow. That is why I told you that Nigeria can never make it. It is only restructuring that is the key. Whatever Tinubu is doing now, whoever that becomes president and is doing good, how many years does he have? You have 8 years, and somebody comes. See, there's a grand plot. There's a grand plot on Nigeria. I told you that the Fulani, they are willing tools of these imperialists to make sure they destabilize the country. So anything that has to do with, I thank God that Trump, as a person, has a different foreign policy from Obama. Obama did a lot of evil to Africa. I tell you, Obama did a lot of evil to Africa. Hence, ever since Obama became president, Africa has been having a lot of problems. The foundation of the problems we have today is being supported by the regime of Obama. You see that regime change of Jonathan. All these things that Tinubu is doing today, Jonathan was beginning to chart a course. But the Fulani, in their usual way, they never wanted Nigeria to be restructured or stabilized. They want it to remain the same way. And they are doing the bidding of their own masters. Now they know where they come from. Somebody was complaining that don't blame Muslims, don't blame Northern Nigeria for the insecurity. Blame the people that are sponsoring them. My question is, why is it that they are not using the Christian community to carry out this insecurity and terrorism, these banditry attacks? Why is it that it's only the Muslim, the Fulani guys, they're the ones that are the ones always being featured all over the world? Terrorism all over the world, you see most Muslim organizations. Why? Why won't we call, say, the Muslim community in Nigeria? Look at GUMI. What is his basis for saying that they want to target Muslim leaders? We have said over and over again, some people have come out to reveal that most of these northern clerics, most of these people, these politicians, they are sponsoring Boko Haram. They know about the insecurity. Most of these traditional rulers, Muslim clerics, religious leaders, they know about this insecurity. If somebody is willing to deal with these bandits, they will do it. It's because of the influence Fulani has in northern Nigeria and in Nigeria as a whole, with their backing. Now, political calculation, political strategy of Tinubu, he is using a northerner to fight fellow northerners. For that northerner to prove that he is worthy of being endorsed as a president 2031, then he must be able to defeat insecurity in northern Nigeria. Remember, I told you that so many ambitious people in northern Nigeria that want to become president. So many. Northern Nigeria, to speak, is divided. Is divided, well grounded and divided. So many people want to become president. You see Ribadu, you see Erufai, you see Atiku. Atiku, after 2027, if you no cross over to, if you no become president 2027, just forget Atiku. You see Bago of Niger State. You see Kwankwaso and many others. And you know, 2031 is critical and crucial. Anybody that becomes president 2031 from northern Nigeria becomes the automatic leader. Buhari is no more. Only God knows whether Babangida will live till then. Absalam and Co, these guys are not that influential. Anybody that becomes president from northern extraction, from all these people, 2031, because I don't see a northerner becoming president 2027. I don't see it. It's not. I've not seen a leader in northern Nigeria that can. You see, the sentiment in northern Nigeria is too much. The kind of ideology they have in northern Nigeria, it would be hard for them to have good development. I'm telling you, their ideologies are not producing good leaders. Leaders that come from the ranks and rise up. So what they go through a certain ideology that does not speak development, that does not speak restructuring, that does not speak innovation. Northern Nigeria has a lot. In fact, Northern Nigeria should be the most endowed if they utilize what they have. They have the workforce, they have a lot, they have land, they have a lot of things. They have desert, they have cattle, they have everything. Hides and skin, rice, everything, they have it. Northern Nigeria. But because of the kind of leadership, their system, all of a sudden you go to mosque, what are they preaching? Not technology, not innovation, not development, but religion. Religion in the sense that we are having enemies. You are preaching enemy. Everybody is growing up with always having an enemy in northern Nigeria. This is a mukafi or what, or is a, like, this one is a Christian. This one, we need to dominate them. We need to kill them. We need to do this. Nigeria is our own. All these Christians, we need to turn everywhere. That is what they are preaching in their heads. And somebody goes through the ranks, becoming an almajiri, goes through the ranks and become a leader. What would he be thinking? Look at Hisba police in northern Nigeria. Look at with all the opportunity that the Fulani and northern Nigeria have had in ruling the country. You can see how baseless northern Nigeria is. Now, if it were the Yoruba people that are the Fulanis that have been terrorizing Nigeria, nobody will call for Yoruba presidency. If it were the Igbo people that have been terrorizing Nigeria, all of a sudden you say P2B is IPOB, blah, blah, blah. Nobody will want to support an Igbo presidency. But it is the Fulani that is terrorizing Nigeria, but we still campaign for an Islamic fundamentalist, TINUBU and Co. The more reason why it was rejected by most people in 2023, you campaign for an Islamic fundamentalist. You campaign for a jihadist who is a Fulani. So what is going on in northern Nigeria, my good brother, is, as I see it, TINUBU might enter inside power and sideline all those people. They're going to fight themselves though. The fire TINUBU is putting amongst themselves, this security of a thing is hitting them. I want Israel to come in. Israel has been with Nigeria for a very long time. As I'm sitting here, and I say anything that contravenes the Cyber Crime Act or whatever, if the DSS wants to pick me, they go pick me. Israel has a technology that they are sharing with Nigeria. Should I read it again? Israel has a technology they are sharing with Nigeria. I know Israel, anything extremism, Islamic extremism, they know they care. So it is wise of the government, because at the point in time, Israel has some measure. Because how did they trace whatever, the intelligence they have under Buhari? Israel has some attributes to that intelligence Buhari used in capturing, whether it is Sunday or whatever it is, or Nnamdi Kanu. But under TINUBU is utilizing the cooperation. He says, exploring joint operations. In some of these operations, to track these guys, ordinary police inspector catch this Yusuf, the founder of Boko Haram in Son. Police, they catch terrorists. Do you know what it is? Terrorist sympathizers and their Pekin and their family members. Do you know what it is? the intelligence that they have, Israel has a lot in store and in take. So TINUBU had to secretly, whatever he's doing, connect with these guys and look at the progress they're having when it comes to security. I don't know. I don't think Northern Nigeria, let me not say this. So, knowledge exchange, modernizing defense cooperation. Now, bilateral defense agreement to explore and foster technical collaboration in the defense industry development. Also, from Abia State, we see Israel collaborating in agriculture, education, technology, water efficient agricultural technologies, and innovative program from young Nigerian entrepreneurs. A lot of things that Israel is collaborating with Nigeria. I know the Muslim world will not be happy with that. Anybody that aligns with Israel, the Muslim world, you see, they are sitting down, they are regretting. How did we allow TINUBU? A Muslim ticket is having collaboration with Israel to destroy the freedom fighters of northern Nigeria. Somebody said mistakenly, you know these politicians, lie, manipulation, wickedness, everything, I didn't get her. He mistakenly said that Boko Haram are our freedom fighters. Even in the army, we have so many sabotage. But it only takes a Fulani Hausa person as national security advisor to do a lot of damage. Buhari on Name, they catch Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, Sabi destroy Boko Haram. You see what Malami and Co were doing, how they spent a lot of money to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and to almost assassinate Sunday Igboho that he ran for his life. He went into Benin. He even sent Burutai as ambassador. They set trap for this Sunday Igboho and Co. That is what Buhari wants to do because they understand what they are doing with Nigeria. They understand. You see, every time there's power sharing in Nigeria, power structure, you see Northerners, you just surround the power structure. That's why they carry themselves packed inside military. They are targeting top agencies. You don't see them building startups. If they are building startups, they come to Central and the West. You see a Southerner just build a small startup and it grows. But Northerners, when they just finish school, whether at technical college or whatever, when they just finish like this, they don't put them for federal ministry. Now from there they build their career. What of Buhari? Look at their leaders. Buhari from military, all of a sudden become head of state. Perform woefully. Got Nigeria into recession. He still come back again. Atiku, customs. What enterprise are they building from scratch? What enterprise are these northern leaders building from scratch? I will tell you. So anything that has to do with decimating this northern cabal, that is, if not for terrorism, we'll have had a lot of money. They will have fixed northern Nigeria. But I told you that Nigeria cannot work because people have different ideologies, and every day they are telling themselves that thing. Northern Nigeria, they are telling themselves that after TINUBU will take over power. They are not concerned about how will this country move forward. That is why I tell you, politics is not emotions. I am an Obi supporter. I support to be till thy kingdom come. But if something happens that I notice, I will say it. The government of the day is progressing when it comes to security. It's hitting them hard. For GUMI to come and lament like this, I don't know when last he lamented. That was under Jonathan. Them and Buhari and El-Rufai. I don't know why they lamented. One reason why El-Rufai will become a big minus to the coalition is because of the role he played when it comes to all these killings and insecurity. Because of El-Rufai, a lot of Christians would not vote for the ADC. I'm telling you. The earlier this coalition realized it, because of El-Rufai and the atrocities in quote that he has committed, and the way they carry themselves without any apologies or anything, without any remorse, ADC will continue to fail. What happened in Kaduna? Is it that Chikun local government? What happened? PDP stronghold. PDP. I was talking to one of my guys. PDP stronghold. You see how they disgraced? My God. APC has not won in that place ever since. But because of El-Rufai, according to some of my organs, they tell you that Southern Kaduna Christians are shouting APC up and down. It is APC we want. Because of an El-Rufai. If these guys are not removed from the corridors of power, Nigeria will never know peace to restructure. Even if we eliminate all these sponsors of Boko Haram, Nigeria still needs to restructure, because the foundation on which Northern Nigeria politically is built on that same trajectory, that building that system, whereby they will come and they form a terror group, using the terror group to destabilize the country so that they can seize and snatch power. This is the template of Northern Nigeria, and those their Islamic fundamentalist ideologies. This is their template, how they seize power. This is normal for them. So if the Northern Nigeria, they are angry with what Tinubu is doing, my brother, I don't know what to say. I've said it. Tinubu has to restructure this country. Whatever it is he can do, he has the opportunity. There's no time. We don't have time. If you arrest all these leaders, what should you do with them? You don't need to pamper these people now. Offline treatment, you off them offline. That's what is needed. All these, you are trying to do this and that, left and right. Shebi, if Northern Nigeria enter power, don't you think that everything will change? Under Buhari, we are rehabilitating Boko Haram, rehabilitating. I saw a video of Belotuji, his boys. No, not Belotuji. The other guy that was turbaned. The other guy, he has body, was turbaned. I saw bandits and army, they are exchanging pleasantries as if they are colleagues. Terrorists and the Nigerian army, the way they are exchanging pleasantries as if they are colleagues. And somebody will come on a live program and begin to lie. That's what you see. We are investigating it. You see, the corruption in the system, man. We need to disband the system, because you cannot get... See, whatever Tinubu is doing, I don't believe he can bring good governance. I've said it before. Why? Go and have police case. You know that there's no rule of law. Any country that there's no rule of law, my brother, you are not close to development. Number two, go and have hospital or accident or whatever it is. You feel there, you die. No ambulance. Nobody will even help you. You will just stay for ground here. Nobody will help you do anything. You just stay on your own. It tells you that a system is not working. It's not by building road, building house, building. Put these agencies, systems in a working condition. Let there be rule of law. Let there be sanctity of human life. Let there be shelter. Provide amenities for the people. First, then you start expanding from inward. When you are building from outward to enter inward, how does that? How is that possible?
Oh yes, oh yes. These our activists. He have explained everything the way it is. That this Shegumi of a thing, the northern people, I don't know. Sometimes they talk as if they are not, as if they don't have brain. Well, it is their mentality. I would say the idea of Shegumi coming out and be claiming and be talking when the same thing happened during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, the same thing is something that wants to happen again. So as for Tinubu, he know what to do. So he's the president. He know how to handle them. And this kind of president is somebody that fit them. Yeah. So what do you think about the issue going on? I would like to hear your comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.